This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
And it's the Milan Talkies gang. What's up? What is this giggle? What is this?
What's up? Are we live? Are we going live?
No, we're
when
not
she
live.
heard the sound is when I think it has hit her that
No.
yes.
No. I suddenly remembered all the friends that I have in radio in Bangalore. So
Oh, you
they-
do?
Yeah.
All villainous characters. No, they're very nice. Yeah, there's a boy called Karan K.
K.
Do you know him?
He's
Yeah,
like,
he's quite cool.
I've known him since my theatre days.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
My God, we need to have a conversation after the interview. How are you, Ali Fazal? What's up?
good.
Shraddha, you doing well?
Very well, thank you.
Sikandar, welcome.
Thank you so much.
It's so sad to hear that you've got a meniscus tear.
It's much
so-
better now.
But how long do they say you're going to be back on your
It's
feet?
a
again?
long recovery process, but I'm already back on my feet. The crutch is just for human beings, so to keep them at bay.
And normally they say like a ligament tear is worse than like a fracture. You know,
Yeah,
it's one of
this
those
is-
things.
yeah,
man. Ali Fazal, you could now be the brand ambassador for Uttar Pradesh as a state. You know these tourism ads that Mr. Bachchan does for like Gujarat and other states.
Subsidy मिलती है. Why do you think all the films are coming from there?
Which is
अभी
good.
आजकल flavor वो चल रहा है because बात देता अच्छा है. It's good. We
It's
should.
good.
All
Why
states
not?
should.
Yeah,
Because
just
it's
like Eastern Europe now, like in Poland and stuff that you shoot. So, you get a lot of subsidies.
हम लोग को
Yeah.
मिलेगा अगर हम मतलब बाहर का फिल्म बॉलीवुड शूट करें वहाँ
Yeah,
पे.
Of course मिलेगा. I get like
Everybody
50%
gets.
back. बहुत लोग जाते
That
हैं.
is awesome.
That's awesome. So it's a good idea to tell your next producer, that this might be a good opportunity to go to Eastern Europe.
Nice. Okay, works out. Now.
So
You
we
can do
should
that
all,
bachelor party that you're planning over there. Also. You might get a subsidy on
just
that.
thinking.
Just
that.
like film all of it. And
My
my
film
friends-
friends, my
production.
friends getting married. Yeah, so.
oh, I thought it was your bachelor.
No,
party.
my
This is the
friend-
big
No,
breaking
that's
story
why I
of the
should
day.
On your channel.
I should have
yeah.
clarified that.
But I'm telling you, I think marriage is still easier. Being best man suddenly has become like ऐसे सब कर रहा हूँ मैं. सब तो मैं कह रहा हूँ मैं ही कर लूँ क्या शादी मतलब ये भी. But no, I mean.
Brother, I can give you some great ideas for.
He's
for
actually a
bachelor
big fan
parties.
of yours. I mean, he's
He is?
Vijay Thomas. Yeah, he'd be very excited.
So, I mean, I can give you some great ideas. And now that we're going public with it. So, there's this friend of mine who we took to Sheffield in the UK. And we chained him to a dwarf for the entire weekend.
A door.
Dwarf?
A dwarf.
Yeah, so we chained him to a dwarf, which is quite criminal because when you go to the loo, the dwarf goes with you.
Don't lie. Listen, are you serious?
Dude, these are guys for hire. So it's not as though we conjured it up. I mean, somebody had already done it before, and we saw it in the yellow pages. And we reached the UK, we landed at Heathrow, and we booked this guy. So we chained him, and this guy had to sleep with the dwarf.
नहीं यार.
He was getting a lap dance with the dwarf,
Wow, chained.
all those things. So, but that is another story. We will
I
come
kind
to
of feel
Milan.
bad for the dwarf. in this story, yeah.
Dude, we're
Yeah,
making
it's
money.
like a woman.
Very expensive,
That's
brother. Very
But you
expensive.
have another human being chained to you, it must be expensive. You know
Brother,
what it
very
is?
expensive.
Yeah.
So the dwarf was making great money. I
Right.
mean, there are no two ways about it. And this is, not bonded labor, please, because they all have licenses.
Yeah.
So before we get judged on this on social
But it
media.
is bonded labor.
I know.
Yeah.
But you get paid for it. You get they raise an invoice and you pay them for it. It's like one of those party planner kind of things. But we digress.
Yes.
So I'm not happy that Tigmanshu Dhulia is not here.
Yeah,
Being a
he's-
big fan of all his films.
No, actually, I wish he was here. He's stuck in mixing right now. Last minute, something went wrong on the edit. I don't know what. So I've been told to dub something suddenly. So yeah.
Which you have to rush back for. Is
So
that
I'll
it?
rush after we finish. In the middle somewhere.
And you, I believe, got called because Sridhar Raghavan suggested to Tishu that he should look at your work. Is that the way it flowed?
Yeah. Where did you hear that story?
Well, a little birdie told me.
Okay, cool.
But just say, is
yes,
that the way it
yes, that's
flowed?
indeed true.
Hmm?
Yes.
And you were familiar with his work.
I was, and we followed each other on Twitter for a really long time. Till one day he messaged me for something else, for a web series, which sounded very exciting as a project. But that didn't work out. We were talking about auditioning and when we can come, scheduling, etc., and that didn't work out. Instead, I landed this one, Milan Talkies.
Wonderful, yeah. Why not?
Why not?
And everybody's really impressed by Shraddha, because of her tremendous work down south. So she's done all her net practice and come to play the big T20 and the
What big
isn't
T20?
it?
What Bollywood
She's
is
so
that?
good, yeah.
She's so good.
So good. मतलब मैं मुंह पे तारीफ नहीं करना चाह रहा हूँ, but yeah, I She just brings a really nice freshness to the film, and it was amazing. I had to like really work it.
Did you have enough scenes with her?
Yeah, most
So
of my work
many.
is with her. Most of my work is with actually, in fact, with
Yeah,
Shraddha.
so come on, let's
She's
lay on
superb.
the compliments.
No, she's superb. She's
Why am I
fantastic.
being exposed to so many kind words?
Because you're with us right now, na? So you don't have an option.
मतलब you have issues,
Yeah.
but वो भी उसमें है problem है.
Those are not with acting. Those are just
Acha.
your personal problems.
like
yeah.
behavioral issues.
No,
As a person,
As a person,
You are
But
a
that's only when you're
problem.
not on your medication.
injection.
It's the only time, you know what I'm saying?
With 3 men in the room, this is very dangerous. It started off as being a let's praise Shraddha session,
stick to that.
and it's going somewhere else. But you know, the fact that in a way it celebrates single screen theatres, man. I mean, we all grew up on single screen cinema, unless we are millennials. Are you a millennial, Shraddha? No.
Can't reveal my age.
Yeah, it's always dangerous with a woman, so you don't go there. So, your favorite single screen theatre would be Lucknow Boy?
so, yeah, oh god, there's so many, but there was Sahu, which was in Hazratganj.
Man, in the bang in the middle of Hazratganj. Yes.
So there was Mayfair, of course, which was the the legendary sort of posh, ex hangover of the Victorian age. Used to play only English films, and we've I've seen like Sound of Music and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang reruns and stuff. But I'm sorry, I will come to that trivia. It's hilarious. I think you should tell it now. But साहू में ऐसे लाइनें लगती थी, बहुत मजा आता था. मतलब वो समोसे की फील वहीं आती है सिंगल में. तो उस पे of course there was this trivia that Tigmanshu sir gave us.
What is the trivia that Tigmanshu?
Allahabad में on a single screen when Chitty Chitty Bang Bang played.
Yeah.
What was the Hindi subtitle of that?
No.
That's where this phrase came from. I don't know why I'm pointing, because I just want to hear how you say it.
Yeah.
In Hindi, it was called Chumma Chati
Dhoom
Dhoom
Dhadaka.
Dhadaka.
Chumma Chati Dhoom Dhadaka.
That's
Chitty
where
Chitty
it came
Bang
from. And guess
Sweet.
what? Yeah, guess what? Thank God. Sorry, I'm going to say this everywhere. Thank God it's Friday.
What is thank God it's Friday?
That was my favorite.
Yeah?
This was there, huh? Allah ka shukar hai Juma hai.
You know these badly dubbed films which have the wrong subtitles?
Oh,
Like sometimes
God.
you watch them
Haan,
and
but
suddenly you
people
go that the subtitle has nothing to do with the original.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah,
classics.
literal translation.
The literal translation.
Like just the other day, one of my Tamil films, someone pointed out to me, it's been dubbed in Hindi and it's available on a VOD platform, and it's called Ek Zabardast Fight Plan. I'm like, it has nothing to do. No, it's not. It's something else. But it has nothing to do with the plot of the film. But it's Ek Zabardast Fight Plan.
And you can't do anything with Vikram Veda. You know, Vikram Veda just remains Vikram Veda.
That's
you
the
know,
thing. It's so sad. I couldn't find it in its original language on.
It is available now.
It's available now.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You told them? Did you tell them that? Or whatever? They just
happened,
did it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
Otherwise,
God.
the best thing to
Yeah.
do is
Sorry,
to
but-
get in touch with Maddie, man. He's hanging last scene in Bandra Kurla complex. And get a copy from
I'm so
our
addicted.
Madhavan.
Yeah, I'm addicted to like Tamil cinema right now. These days, this is my Tamil phase.
Can you tell him to pronounce Tamil?
Tamil. I said Tamil.
It is Tamil, I say.
Tamil.
Tamil.
Tamil. Tamil.
Well done.
Okay, Tamil.
Well, just a
Telugu.
bit of trivia, which you guys probably know. The Tishu assisted Mani Ratnam at one point in time.
And
He
Shekhar-
wrote-
and Shekhar
He
Kapoor.
wrote some.
And Shekhar Kapoor.
I don't know.
Shekhar
Yeah, he was on Dil Se.
They'll
So since
say-
we're talking Tamils now.
Right.
Yeah, and Dil Se. Oh wow, so you know your Tishu history like back of your palm.
With Shekhar Kapoor also, no? He did.
Yeah. So your favorite single screen would be Juhu Boy?
I have, yeah. So I will obviously say, I mean, I would want to say Chandan because Chandan is Juhu Boy Chandan. But Liberty. Liberty is just stunning.
Wow, man.
Liberty is
You know,
stunning.
I remember when I think Hum Aapke Hain Kaun came out. It was at Liberty, and I think it's
So
probably the first time that I went there and I saw this British decor with the finished wood and
Yeah, it's
stuff
Art
like
Deco.
that.
No, it's stunning, and they've refurbished it. It's just beautiful. It's
They've done
stunning.
it up.
You remember Hum Aapke Kaun Hai Kaun?
I saw Hum Aapke Hain Kaun in a single screen, and in fact, we spoke
He
about
just
this
spoke
recently.
of it.
That when Didi Tera Devar would start, there would be lights that would come around the screen.
Correct,
you remember
yeah,
that?
of course.
Yeah, because it
Of
was
course,
such
it would
a
jig,
big
jig, jig,
rage
jig.
it was. As soon as that gulab would go on Madhuri's hip,
Yeah.
toing, and the lights would start.
Yeah,
And
man,
people
man.
would just go crazy. It
Hats
was
off to the
beautiful.
Barjatias. Lovely.
It was beautiful.
I mean, in the South, they do that for Rajnikant, but you know, to have that here, I think it was very, very, very cool.
Well, my town to me is ishq hai. All the single screens we've covered during college, so we used to only go there. To sasta tha ticket.
Yeah, you're Xavier's boy, so you must have gone to Eros. and
Excelsior.
New Empire
Regal,
also.
New Empire.
Sterling had a- Sterling
Sterling
all the
before it
English
became
Yeah.
the multiplex.
Regal and Sterling. Regal
हाँ.
and Sterling.
कैपिटल भी गया हूँ पर शूट के लिए तो वो if people know
Capital, there was a shoot. Like, which film did you shoot in Capital?
No, some film
Capital
shoot
very old, no?
happens.
Very old.
Capital basically is
but
famous
Capital-
for B-grade films.
B-grade films now.
So ऐसा वो their posters is what used to be मेरा photography वहाँ होती थी. So their posters अद्भुत हैं वहाँ के. You know, and I'll tell you about some crazy titles.
Using them as a
Crazy.
backdrop.
Yeah.
So we find them
Okay.
very fascinating, those
Nah,
posters.
damn cool.
Yeah. You know, and the thing is, when it started playing all these B-grade films, it was crazy. Again, those titles were amazing. You know, some of them were Bhojpuri ones.
Yeah.
Some of them were Dharamji past his prime, you know, on a horse and things like that.
Kantisha wala.
Yeah, Kantisha types.
I know the whole story on that. Yeah.
Your favorite single screen? Come on, your favorite single screen.
I have too many. I grew up in a lot of cities, so.
I believe you're a Fauji girl. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah. In fact, we lived in cities where there were no theaters also. So, kabhi-kabhar, we had these army, like army open air theater type, जहाँ पे 3 महीने पहले वाली film आती थी.
Yeah.
So we would be really pissed because we weren't getting to watch the latest film that the whole country was watching. So we would drive down to the nearest city where there was a respectable theater, and we would go watch a movie and come back.
Yeah, but you must have memories of some city where, you know, there's some
Yeah,
theater.
I remember. Yeah, I mean, Bhopal, I remember my mom and dad said we're going to Jurassic Park. Okay, cool. So I was very excited. I go into this place. It's a theater. I'm like, where is the park? Mujhe laga park. You're taking me to a park. So I have very silly memories also. But yeah, growing up, a lot of movies.
Yeah, you know, because I'm an Andheri boy, so I remember going to Chandan back in the day.
Right.
And it used to have, you know, obviously the smell of samosas and popcorn, but also smells emanating from the loo.
Right.
But I was pleasantly surprised because I remember seeing Rowdy Rathod or some other film more recently. And Chandan's also become pretty slick, dude.
Which has
You
become
know, it's
really
improved.
cool.
Yeah, it's become quite cool.
Globus has become very cool. It's turned into Larev. So they've made it into one old school French.
But it's still single screen. Yeah,
Single.
yeah.
Those seats have become that. Looks very, you know, the wooden thing and flowery and anyway.
Larive in, yeah.
Larive, is that the right way to say it?
Larive.
I saw Dabang at Chandan last, the first one.
The first one.
And I was saying that I couldn't hear any dialogue. The theater was just shaking. Basically, that's what a huge film it was, man. Just CTs and the whole theater. Literally, the seats start shaking.
And you must have seen a few of them, you know, your Telugu films and Tamil films. You've worked with some big superstars down south.
Yeah.
You know, have you gone like incognito into a theater, a single screen theater, and seen them go nuts? Yeah.
I have witnessed Ajit Sir's films and how they throw money and coins and take their shirts off and go mental. I mean, and this is not even in Tamil Nadu, like even in different states he has like a fan following, and even the night shows, odd hours, they'll all be full. So it's
And speaking of which, you are doing a film with Ajit sir, which is the
Yes.
Pink remake.
yes, that's
Are you doing Taapsi's role?
yes, that's right.
Wow, what a film to do, man!
Yeah.
Awesome. And have you started filming for that, or is it over? Or
I have.
where is it
Yes,
at?
I have.
Turned out
begun
good.
filming.
Turned out good.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. Look forward to that then. So Ali Fazal, what do you play in Milan Talkies? I believe you play a wannabe director, but more on that. A wannabe director.
Yeah, no, these guys are basically local guys who they make these local films, and that's where this whole idea came from. You know, Malegaon and that whole industry. There's an entire industry where they 20
superhero films of Malegaon.
Super. There's a Sholay, there's a Lagan, there's Gadar, everything. So these guys make these Jugadu films, you know, on social issues in Allahabad, and so the whole film is set in 2010, 2013, which is when your multiplexes were coming in. It was digitization was happening. The projection rooms were totally out from single screens, and they were also kind of turning into multiplexes. So their projection room is kind of like the center and the spine of the film, where you know they do their post production. Usman Bhai runs his, you know, which is Sanjay Mishra. He's playing the guy who runs the whole theater, and then of course when they meet. That is also kind of becomes a meeting place.
They meet secretly, yes.
So yeah, so Annu नाम है मेरे कैरेक्टर का, और वो मतलब वो जुगाड़ू आदमी है, सिनेमा में है, उसका his world runs in that. So even while helping her, let's say, cheat, you know, uses cinematic ways. I mean, as opposed to, you know, our other jugaadu ways, which probably we've all used in school and college and stuff. And I don't know.
You're obviously a very good actress, because I believe you're a law graduate and you have to play a you know, slightly dumb, if I may use the word, woman in this particular film who fails repeatedly. Is that it? Because that's what the trailer tells me.
It's the education system.
It's the
They don't
system.
They don't appreciate.
It's not the individual.
Yeah, yeah, it's the whole system.
Although
And she's smart only. What are you saying? She's smart.
She is smart.
She just like can't adhere to all this like.
And
ratta
what
marna.
is she studying in the
What is she?
film?
What did you help me pass in? BA, I'm guessing. No,
Okay,
BA.
so she can't pass a BA because she's not a Rattu Tota,
Yes.
so to say.
Yeah,
Is that it?
so there are like questions on history and all that I'm feeding her.
Irrelevant.
Funny है उसमें trailer.
Yeah, I mean, how much of what we learned in school in any case do we remember? Yeah, you know?
I swear, in fact, some basics I still remember from school, but college का मुझे कुछ नहीं पता है. मैं रट के मैंने दिए हैं सब. I mean, English.
Angla.
Everybody who listens to this English station also knows what rat means. It's okay. Don't be hard on yourself.
ये पूरा sentence बोल गया.
Thank you,
मतलब
no.
I said once. Shite.
So, Sikandar, you're Mr. Bad Man, and Ashutosh Rana, Ashutosh sir,
Yeah.
and you are what? A one family, or you employ him? How does it work?
No. Actually, I'm not going to give away too much of it.
Sure.
My character's name is Guru, and I'm here just to mess up the love story. But I'm not related to any of them directly. The rest you'll figure out when you go in and watch the film.
No, because there is some caste war at play here. Is that it?
Not really, yeah. It's not a caste system wali situation over here. He's a panda, which are like these.
These are the Brahmins.
They're like, you know,
The Pandits, yeah.
The Pandits is the lineage of Pandits. Like people go, you know, when they want to go to there's certain places you go to have prayers. So they go to these families, and like their whole lineage has been doing the Pandits that do perform these prayers. So that's what he comes from this family, but he's just a local goon basically. He's just.
And does he like the girl? Does he like Shraddha's character? Is that one of the reasons?
You could say that.
You could say that.
You could say that, but you could also not say that.
Brother, it's not a whodunit.
No, it's quite interesting actually what happens between Guru and Shraddha.
Maithili.
Guru and Maithili.
Maithili,
Yeah.
Guru and Maithili, yeah. And you know, a fantastic bunch of ensemble actors, man. You know, I see small glimpses of them.
Yeah, I think that is the
You know,
USP of
yeah.
the film.
Yeah. This is lovely. I mean, all of them manje mein hain. They're all Ashutosh Rana, Rajiv Gupta, Sanjay Mishra, Tigmanshu, Dhulia was funny.
And these boys were part of your gang.
No, they're all so yeah. I mean,
And
they
the
come
boys,
in and
right.
you know, and of course the boys who are like my friends. That's of course you know, Mohit is there, and Ajidesh, Prashant. So these guys, we make there are different factions happening.
And these boys are all theatre actors. I mean, these people that they shoot picked out of the theatre. Is that it?
Yeah, fully. I mean, it was without all this there's no film. I mean, we just cut a new trailer, not just actually a week back, because I thought I think the first one was just not.
I've seen that. I've seen the others. The second one. Yeah.
That's far better because it kind of explores what the entirety of the film. Still not the concept of the film, but at least it sort of throws it out there. It's funny.
So why does your character like his character? I mean, apart from him making you pass these exams, I mean, what's the thing? Does she find him charming because of him being a director? What's the romance at play here?
I think she's a bit of a player. Like initially, she's just testing waters and seeing how much he's really into her.
Yeah.
She doesn't take him very seriously in the beginning, but then he does seem very earnest and and he's very like his ideas. Everything he does is very filmy. Even like his first attempt at their first private meeting. It's a very filmy. And if you watch it in the film, you will smile because it's a very sweet, very very sweet way. So I think it's these things that make her sort of fall in love with, and it's the writing. I mean, it's the dialogues, it's the things he says. They're so beautiful, so beautiful.
Yeah,
I can still smile thinking of those lines.
Tigmanshu, Dhulia. But it's got a bit of, so we've gone a beat extra in a lot of things. So जैसे वो action sequences हैं और वो गाना है, they're all done because they those action was all part of the spoof videos that they are making. They act in their own videos. So that's why it's like he's making a film within a film. So it's gone on that level. So that's why a lot of scenes, and they work in a single screen, so their life outside also becomes a very 70 mm-ish, version of
Right.
this one, view.
How cool.
तो मोहब्बत भी उसी में होती है और फिर वार्ड भी उसी में लगती है.
Brother Sikandar, I remember meeting you at the iconic Sharma's house, which is Sami Sharma and Shanu Sharma,
Yeah.
back in the day. And
Years ago.
you were a lot bulky. So just taking some tips from you, man.
What tips
How
you
did
need
this
from
happen?
I've always struggled with weight. People
Yeah,
who
all
struggle
of us
with
do,
weight will
dude.
forever struggle with weight.
That's true.
And I don't know, yeah, just keep exercise. I mean, just we have to forever work out. That's about it. Just always do
No, but
cardio.
what do you do? You run.
Yeah, I
You run like a beast.
No, I just run. Yeah, I do it every alternate day. Now I haven't been able to because my knee has been a little messed up. But I run every alternate day because inherently I'm a lazy guy. So every alternate day because I want a break the next day.
That's why
But
you
what
got me
makes you want to
yesterday.
run every day? Is it the fear of?
I don't do it every day.
No, but
So every
what is it
kal
that
chutti
motivates you?
chahiye.
I want to know.
Because when I'm fit, I feel really good.
Right.
That's
Yep.
it.
And
No,
you've
but do
seen
you
your
run
worst.
outdoors or do you run in the car?
Outdoors. I can't do.
You get on the beach or
No,
something?
yeah, I just get out. No, outside my house I do it. I just go and run out because luckily the place I live is we've got like lanes and all. So I just go out and then we have to also. What I realized that you can never diet forever. See, dieting is the
not
very bad
sustainable.
because I've done that many times. That's to put on weight and lose weight. So when you diet, you can't diet forever. So one day you'll explode when you diet and then you'll put it all back on. So you actually have to eat everything, but in moderation. It's just a balance.
Yeah.
And when you run, you're saying you run on the road. So isn't that bad for the knees?
It's always running.
Yeah.
Running in general is bad. Running in general is bad.
So you jog. And
Yeah,
you can't-
jog only. But that's anyway bad. Like you look at any top athlete, any top sportsman, they'll always, at the end of their careers, they will have worn out muscles, worn out stuff because it's tough. It takes a toll on your body.
Wow.
So, but yeah, everything at a balance, man. You have to eat everything. Huh? Like eat your dessert. Don't man mat maro apna kabhi. Eat everything.
What is your fitness routine, bro?
I'm
Have you
actually,
taken a cue and run with
No,
him at some point and things like that?
So-
Yeah?
No, I was actually nursing a shoulder injury this whole year after Mirzapur. I pushed it really hard and it was just not the right, Yeah, I didn't take care. And so that I got, and I'm a lazy person, which you figured out. I don't know how yesterday. So I have to push myself extra, and I'm a foodie. So when that happened, it just went all over the place. I lost muscle, my injuries popped up, and I was just depressed for a long time. And then I started again, with my new trainer and my friend Mustafa, and we just said, let's just do it, and we put an aim, and of course we sort of tried to tie it in with Mirzapur Part 2 happening, so all that, and yeah. So I've kept a diet for it,
Do you
but
do muscle work? Do you do yoga work or do you run?
no,
What do you
no.
do?
I run a lot, but it's also a lot of just basic human movements. Sometimes, I mean, the weeks go by and I don't use weights, but I feel like I've just done unreal stuff. I mean, he makes you do, which is something basic stuff. Actually, I'm basically unlearning all the conditioning that has gone into us with these gyms where they just give you this one, आज back chest, and another leg or bicep, हाँ. Combination अच्छा चलेगा. Combination. So you get stuck.
PT
there,
करेगा
हाँ.
PT. PT is personal training. PT.
Oh,
Yeah, and the twice a week. One
So first you
spinning.
go on the floor and then they start plugging their PT with you.
So I mean, respect to everybody who's
Yeah,
trying to make a
sure.
buck out of that, but that's great. But it doesn't work for me because I've been a sportsman all my life. So suddenly I feel caged. So with this, I felt that every day something's changing. We're doing different things, and yeah, I mean, our body's a great healer.
So,
if I would suggest.
What cardio do you do? What cardio?
Oh, I love now. So slowly, and I'm telling this to people because I know I've been in that situation. Where 500 meters, I used to be out of breath, and this is literally a few months ago. And I've run a lot back in my whatever. ऐसे नहीं बोल रहा हूँ,
Your
done
prime.
but shut up. So, but slowly, it's one day at a time, and I did a 1 hour 15.
Oh,
the other day
brilliant.
in Dubai, I was on something, and I just ran on Marina side, whatever. And I just had to, and it's not the length. Also, it's not about the length. That's the only time I needed to do just for my own sake, but that's not part of our training. Like we do 20-minute shorts, 15 minutes, 5 minutes also if you can do. Literally, it makes a huge difference. And yeah, I was saying the body is a healer because, and this is my advice if I can give to anybody out there, if you can just hang, find a bar in your life wherever you can, and just hang for at least 20 minutes a week. It doesn't sound much. It's a lot. One minute, 2 minutes.
Hanging in a bar.
No,
sounds,
don't make it a joke. It's a natural chiropractor. What do you call it?
Sounds very, very
good.
shitty.
What do you
Sounds
say,
very good.
Hrishi? You and I want to go hang at a bar for 20 minutes?
Hanging at a bar. It's
I know. This is
Thank you,
great.
that's
Your
so
audience
little
will
though.
totally
Too
catch
little.
on to
और
this,
चाहिए.
which is also cool.
We'll hang
Not
longer.
enough.
No, but in all seriousness, I know exactly what you're talking about. So, how do you stay in shape? The hourglass figure and whatnot.
Hardcore.
I'm 20 kilos lighter than I used to be back in 2014. So it started off with like extreme like workouts that I'd never done. We would go to a playground and just do sprints and this and that, cones and all sorts of things. And then when I achieved a certain body weight and a certain way of looking, I got a little lazy because you are like, I have done all I had to and now I can relax a bit. So then you binge, and so it's for me. Ever since I entered the film industry, it's been like, oh, I look good now. Oh, let me binge. Oh no, this is too much. Let's get back to like. So it's always been like trying to balance.
Because you're a Libran.
Because I'm a Libran and you are one too. So, but then I feel like. I have realized that diet is key. It truly is. On any given day, on a bad day, if I just get my diet in, like if I eat what I know is good for my body or enough for my body, I don't feel guilty at all. I try to fit in. I don't know, like get in my workouts when I can, when I'm not feeling lazy. But I run. I run because I can't work out alone without a trainer. So I just run because that's the easiest
And what is
thing
that
to do.
beautiful tattoo of yours?
It's the
Come guys,
Beatles.
get a close up of that. What is it?
The Beatles.
As in the Beatles.
Yeah, love.
Can buy me love. What is that?
This is
So your favorite Beatles song would be?
Oh, it's Norwegian Wood.
Oh,
This
man.
guy who was in the Merchant Navy sang it for me. I was like 17 or something.
You
That
fell
was
in
my
love? God.
yeah. I fell in love, and this was my introduction to the Beatles. Norwegian Wood was my
Sergeant
first.
Pepper's, that's the real Beatles.
But yeah.
That's amazing. I fell in
Many
love
things
on
had
Beatles.
happened to
Yeah.
them by then.
Oh really?
Yeah, my first
Yeah.
not relationship, but like this romantic thing happened on Beatles on a hard day's night. I remember when I got introduced to.
Can't choose one. Can't choose one.
Yeah, you can't choose one.
You can't
really.
choose
Yeah.
one.
You can't. Yeah.
So, Tishu as an actor, I mean, I marvel each time I see him. He can just be himself. You know, he can be as Allahabadi as he can, and he just looks so damn good.
So convincing.
So, what's his process as an actor and as a director? I mean, have you seen him on set? Do you have any scenes with him as an actor?
I have no scene.
Okay,
I had
fine,
one
then just do
right
director.
at the end. I had one scene with him as an actor.
So, what makes him tick as a director then? Yeah.
Sir, he has great command over his craft. He's such a gifted director. And as far as I mean, all the work we did, you know, it was. He used to make the scenes right over there, and there were a lot of people in the scene, and like suppose it's in the house, there are a lot of people coming in from one room, going out from another, so it's very natural. Everything is very real. That's the kind of cinema. That's why you like him. That's why we like him. That's why we respect him as a maker, because when we're watching it, it looks really real. And the reason is because then you start seeing it when you're working with him. His process is that he'll make it right there, you know. It's not like it's a dialogue that just suddenly comes, phir tum ye bologi, and it's not like everybody's standing there, and it's not like timed like that. It'll just be like, it happens very organically. तो तुम क्या कर रहे हो वहाँ पे? अच्छा तो तुम दांत ब्रश करके आ रहे होगे ना अगर घर पे हो तो. It's like very normal things that actually happen at home. It's not like made as a film, like in that what you would usually be used to seeing on film. So that is what he has, and he's just, it's amazing. His writing is amazing, you know. His grasp on the language and where he's shooting it, you know, as he knows Allahabad and that area really, really well, better than anybody else would. So his knowledge is supreme.
And that aspect must be lovely, that, you know, the kind of upbringing you've had in the Forge is that you can easily fritter in and out of cultures. I
Yes.
mean, you can hang with these boys, you know, one who's a Mumbaiker and one who's a part Lucknowi, and you can meet an Allahabadi like Tishu, and then you can go down south and do your work. And that's life in the forces, isn't it?
That is
Lots
true.
to thank.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like it comes with utmost ease to hang out with people of different cultures. I mean, with Tishu sir, if we talk about Allahabad, I can say, you know, my dad was posted there and he finished his SSB from there. So there's always some connection with wherever you come from. I can say I've traveled the whole country. I feel like there's only like maybe 1 or 2 states that I've not been to. Like we've been to every other state in the country. So yeah, it's definitely really helpful, and you don't feel awkward hanging out with new people.
And your best posting would be, or your best destination where you guys lived would be, like people say the Northeast is magical.
Oh
You
yes,
know, to go
Manipur.
there.
We
Yeah?
were in Manipur. It was dangerous but very beautiful. It was gorgeous. Our officers' mess was right next to a stream, so we would put bottles of beer in the freezing water, and then we would just like we were kids then.
Sorry.
Our papas would do it, and then we were also posted in Uttaranchal at the Indo-Nepal border. So like there was a river and there was a hanging bridge. You cross it and you're in Nepal. We would go shopping there. So unbelievable. We would go horse riding. We would just go hiking. We would discover a new waterfall. Beautiful.
Wow.
So beautiful.
And we
It's
have
like
all
a-
that.
We have all that. Have you been to a travel destination of late that made you feel like that? Saying, wow. In India or abroad? I mean,
No, actually, not like that. But I know that. So my friends got married in Nagaland,
Oh wow.
and oh my God, I've not just the aesthetics, everything. We have it all, yeah. Either.
Yeah.
Like I'm very excited about going to Kerala for my friends. Sorry, that's the
you're
only
going?
thing. Yeah,
Oh,
So
nice.
they're all from
you're going to the
Kerala.
backwaters. You're going to the backwaters.
That is going to be part of it, yeah, because he's from Kottayam.
Kottayam.
So I
Correct,
pronounce
correct,
that right. चुप रहे, हाँ. So है वहाँ पे also it's for the food, yeah, and the family and everything. I'm really excited making a thing of it. So.
Have you been to a travel destination of late or in the last
I
few
haven't.
years?
Unfortunately, Worli is the furthest I've been. That's been my destination.
Which is okay. You know, the
I
the
could
sea
have been
face.
Mahalakshmi. I've actually been Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi has been further. And yeah, I've been trying to make it to Apollo Bandar. It's not really made it to there. But unfortunately, I haven't been able to travel. I'm really looking forward to it though.
So, man, what is Ashutosh Rana's process in terms of the fact that his Hindi is so good?
Yeah.
Does he have to pick up the script and then does he read the lines again and again, or does he just take one cursory glance and just go? You have more scenes with him. You have more scenes. You do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course,
We both have lots
What
of
an
fun.
actor, dude. What an actor. So how does he do his thing?
He is really powerful as an actor, but he's also like sort of lifts the whole.
No, but is he a lines guy? Like, with Mr. Bachchan, Tapsi says you've got to keep rehearsing, but with some actors you don't. You just
No.
leave it be.
Yeah, he just does it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a
He's not a
rehearsing
rehearsing kind of person. He just goes with it.
But that's Tishu, so I think he picks actors who can think on their feet and
Yeah,
sort
that's
of,
true.
they bring something to the table, and that's what is also something I learned on this set. It's just I think all of us
Yeah.
to be able to sort of get past the script and yet not totally, because you have to remain in that context. You can't just jibber jabber and just improvise के नाम पे, क्योंकि फिर आप गोड़ के आ जाते हो. So I thought that was really interesting, and these guys did really well. I mean, Ashutosh Rana and everybody on that side.
And your favorite Tishu film would be? Mine would be Hasil and Bits of Pan Singh Tomar. What would be yours?
Pan Singh Tomar and bits of Hasil for me. In fact, my character name is the same as Jimmy Shergill's character name in Hasil. So it's almost like I was like, sir, what happened? You couldn't think of a new
Life
name, or
comes
is
full
it?
Tishu circle.
Yeah.
Except he was called Anni there, and he's called Annu here.
But the Anirudh Sharma.
Anirudh Sharma
full
is the
name
same.
So
but-
Guddu, Anni, सब कुछ हो जाएगा.
I think I'm covering now slowly all the common.
Bunty.
And your
Next film, you're Bunty.
your favorite Tishu film would be?
Pan Singh Tomar.
Pan Singh
Most
Tomar, yeah.
inspiring.
Actually, even the lesser known ones, like there's one with
Rajneesh.
Uday, which was
Charas.
Charas, which is quite cool. The portions of it was.
I almost called it hash right now. I was going to say hash. No, you mean Charas Sikandar.
Yeah.
I know that film.
To my
There was
doubts,
a lovely
clear.
song also in it, I remember.
And you guys have a lovely Holi song. So, and Holi is just around the corner. Your favorite Holi memory? Lucknow Holi's must have been amazing. man.
लखनऊ में तो मतलब फिर बाकायदा होती है होली. It's like hardcore.
कीचड़, ये वो.
हाँ, we used to make pits, yeah. Even Dehradun in school, they used to go crazy. They used to make pits. Or फिर, we used to come oiled up in like already like golden. The real players would know gold, what it means in Holi. It's our armor. But उस वक्त फिर वो कुछ और type भी थी, and then. And it's not too long ago, but it's also great because we need to, I think, promote organic Holi. We need to save the climate right now because we're all going to shits.
Yeah.
But you miss that,
Yeah.
Your favorite Holi would be?
All the holies, like these army holies are mad,
Lovely,
there's a swimming pool, there's
Wow.
a kichadka, one big puddle. There was this one station we were posted in Belgaum where there was a training, like a cadet training thing, okay?
You
So
must have been very popular with the cadets.
I was very young then, but yes, I eventually grew up to be very popular with them.
Uh,
But
Colonel Saab must have been out with his.
Don't
rifle.
hold back.
Arre,
Don't hold back.
Arre, you become a cadet. So there were these there were these huge, just a Lakshmi, if you see those tanks which are some several feet deep, and then these like ladders and stuff like that. We would do crazy stuff. We would climb all the way up, jump in, and oh my god, it was mad. And then picking your one top that you're going to wear for Holi. Jo pehle 2-3 din, like you talk with your mom and ask, which one do you think I should wear for Holi this time? She's like, this looks faded, you can wear.
Aaj jaane wala hai.
And then the showering part afterwards, where you're waiting, ki abhi color jayega. Then next day you're all like, school looks like a freaking carnival because everyone's like ears may there's some like rung still left. What fun.
And you, bro, have been to all, you've grown up with Mr. Bachchan's Holi
That was
and
it. I was going to say, no matter how nepotistic and
Javed Saab's Holi, all of that.
Actually, my favorite memories are Mr. Bachchan's only. Those were the best Holis ever. And when I was really, really young, actually. That was
And Abhishek and you are such great mates, so...
He's like an older brother. He is an older brother. But those were the most beautiful memories that I have of Holi. It was an open house and it was crazy. There was proper kichad and it was very hardcore, It was not anything it was extremely hardcore, and pichkaris were going into people's plates and all also.
हाँ but हो जाता है. Bombay में भी है ऐसे.
Okay, last couple of questions before we wrap. Now, we're doing a campaign called Heal the World, where we're saying try and save the environment. The actor Ronit Roy was here last week, and he made a very interesting statement. He said, I'm healing the world starting with home. And my kids are not allowed to eat out of plastic packets, which I thought was really cool. So how can we save the environment? A small thing, a small bit that each one of you can just tell us how we can heal the world, save the environment.
Well, we're trying to sort of, and a lot of my friends, we're trying to grow our own sabzis. Because a lot of these outside, they spray a lot of artificial stuff in it. And it's not healthy. So as much as you can, grow your own stuff within the confines, of course. Gamlo mein ho sakta hai. Bahut basic cheezein. I think it'll go a long way, because that's where all the toxins come from. Food, essentially. The food that we're having, which is supposed to be cooked and fresh, but it's not.
Nice. Heal the world. One thing we can do for the environment.
One thing that I have consistently done for the longest time is I carry my own water bottle, and I keep refilling it whenever I need it. But I'm just very against buying a bottle of water outside. I just feel like, why would you do it? Like, why can't you just be prepared and come from home? And so a lot of I think this is like, as a starter, if organizations can start having like water dispensers, so wherever you go, that there's drinking water available. You will not need to go and like buy a plastic water bottle which eventually will land up in the ocean or landfill or wherever. So that one thing I think we can.
Very well said. Sikandar.
Yeah, there's so many issues, like as she said. But I mean, firstly, let's stop polluting the ocean to start off with. It's just shocking, because our children years down the line will not have any marine life to see. There'll be no corals anywhere. The Great Barrier Reef is such a shattering thing to see that it's almost gone. I'll not be able to see it. It's almost completely dead. Also plastic. It's so sad to see that this is still plastic that I have carried in, and it's such a big company that I'm having a thing from. And at home, we almost completely don't use plastic anymore, not even bags. I've told them at home, but it's a lot about educating people around you and just telling them that plastic mat use karo. Jitna nahi kar sakte. There's so much we can do, and just love animals.
I feel like on film sets, if you see the amount of tissue paper that they use and the amount of plastic bottles that will be strewn around is unbelievable. Like, I know my assistants, ek cheez hua, like pull out like 2-3 sheets of tissue paper, and you're like, you don't need that. Like, get a towel. If I wash my hands, you don't need to like stuff a tissue paper right under my nose. I have a towel, I wipe my hands with that. So like, you need to educate them, and because they will always ask you, kya jata hai? Or like, madam, what is the big deal? They will always ask you. So you need to sort of really educate them, take the time and explain it to them in their own language, so they understand what is fundamentally wrong with,
But you're right, like sets should do that.
Yeah,
like
we
Born
should.
Free's doing that. Diya's doing that. Diya Sahil, I just, did something for them. And it was amazing.
That's really nice.
All personal bottles for everybody.
That's
The
nice.
tags are there. And no plastics, nothing. Plastic-free set. I mean, it was amazing.
Big shout out, Diya Sahil. Oh, great friends of mine too. Awesome. Last question. Who is your BFF and why? Hey, you do a very good Dilip Kumar impersonation in the film. Huh? How cool is that?
No, I've done both Akbar and Dhulia. And the first time
No.
There's a story behind that also.
The trailer starts with that.
He was informed so last minute that he has to do this scene.
Last minute I was
But
told
I think that
scene.
very morning you were told, or the previous night.
Previous night at
And
11 p.m. they
no.
sent me the end वाला वो scene जो confrontation होता है अकबर और सलीम का मुगल आजम में, And I'm translating, rattoing, going. It was one take. I've been told it's one take. So it took one take, and then after the one take is done, sir says, "हाँ, मैं तो cuts ले लेते हैं."
अरे?
Thanks, yeah.
Yeah, but it
नहीं,
looks
safety के
so
लिए
nice. It looks so
वो
nice.
है ना वो आवाज अकबर की जो पृथ्वीराज कपूर used to say ना वो
Say
क्या था?
Salim.
Say, listen to Hrishi K on Radio 1.
पहले मैं डायलॉग बोलूंगा क्योंकि लोग कनेक्ट नहीं कर पाएंगे. सलीम अनारकली तुम्हारे काबिल नहीं.
Wow.
और फिर दिलीप साहब कहते हैं कि क्या वो बड़ा फेमस डायलॉग है ना, जमाना बदल जाता है, तकदीरें बदल जाती हैं, समथिंग 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 एंड देन ऋषि भी बदल जाते हैं. 94.3 Radio FM, blah blah blah.
Nice man.
But I have to say this. What I have discovered yesterday is this man has done the meanest Russian accent. I'm sorry, it's not Bollywood, but
No, I've heard his Russian accent.
how am I the only
I've
one?
heard his Russian
Are you see?
accent.
You knew about this?
No, I have girlfriends who are crushing over him because he's so hilarious.
यार,
Like,
ये क्या
oh
है?
my god, it's not even funny. They're like intern.
Really?
For sure. I
मुझे
can screenshot.
बता तो सही
मैं
यार,
तुमने
ये
बताया
चीज़
तुम्हें
मुझे बता
ये कभी
तो
भाव
सही.
नहीं देता.
Say that in Russian accent.
Tell me about these girls. No, say hello. You want to know what is their name, Shraddha? They come to Mumbai.
Or Goa.
No, I don't go. I go. I tell you before, Worley or
Oh my god.
no travel. I don't travel. Money little bit. How you say English?
Oh my god.
Little tight. Yes, money tight.
By the way, eyeballs have gone off.
Not bad. I like it.
Please
Oh my
record this and
God.
send it to me. I was
This
like,
has to go viral.
women
Has
will
to.
flip.
So your BFF would be and why? All of you, each one of you. Yeah. Best friend forever. Best friend
अरे
forever.
यार.
वो दूसरे को बुरा मान जाएंगे. I guess Vijay Thomas. He's my college friend and oldest friend actually. Why? Because we've done a lot of shit together, which we can't really talk about.
He's your 2 a.m. call. Yeah. Shraddha.
Rohit Sabu is my best friend. I mean, with 5 years we've known each other, and it's just I don't know. I feel like so comfortable, and like that one person. I don't believe in the concept of best friends actually, but it's just that always available. I think that matters as a friend.
Sikandar.
Sorry to sound different, but I'm my best friend, and because I have to live with myself the most for the rest of my life.
Pageant.
No, genuinely.
I
It's
love
amazing.
myself.
Correct.
It's
No, but
amazing.
genuinely speaking, I'm my best friend because I have to love myself, and really, it's all about me, man. Genuinely, it might sound selfish, but I'm my best friend.
It's amazing.
You know, I can't count like 1 or 2 people might be really good friends, because then what happens is friends and all the expectations come in, and then if they don't live up to your expectations, then you feel bad and you don't think that they're
So
friends.
true. So true.
And that's happened with me in life. So I can't really do that. So it's out of me only. It's me. Genuinely. I can't count people on my fingers and say ये मेरा best friend है, क्योंकि actually मेरा कोई best friend नहीं है. नहीं, कसम से मैं ये
I'm in
बना नहीं
agreement.
रहा. I'm not making
Fair
it.
enough. Fair enough. Fair
It's
enough.
just me.
15th of March, Milan Talkies in theatres. Please go watch. Thank you, Sikandar. Thank you,
Thank you so
Shraddha.
much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Ali.
Thank you.
Thank you.